Right now I'm on a walk and it's got me thinking, what's the state of architecture right now? There's all these beautiful houses on the lake. Look at this beautiful lake back here. Very nice houses. And it just begs the question, with everything going online, whether that be work, etc., there's gonna be a lot of digital stuff like the currencies, VR, NFTs. How is that going to affect architecture? Architecture relies on a lot of that physical presence of the building. But if everyone is going digital, how does that change? With the robots, there's a fly that was just on the camera. With all the robots trying to help with manufacturing and the process, is that going to affect the role of architecture? Are the AI going to start using their data collection of images to compile renders instead of architects taking weeks to render the highest quality image and even more time to post-product those images? So it begs the question, what is the future of architecture? It's not an easy question to ask because I can't predict the future. I don't know. I see the direction going towards VR is going to help clients kind of understand the spatial aspects of the building. And that's going to be great for architects because they're able to convey their points a little bit better. But then again, when I think about how robots are assembling cars, they're even using 3D printers to make houses. How is that going to affect architecture? Is everyone just going to go with a cheap way and just mass manufacture everything using contractors and eliminating the role of the architect? Because sometimes architects get a bad rap. There's those star architects, there's architects that are hard to work with. They're also just expensive. Even though architects themselves say they don't get paid a lot, they take a good percentage of the profit, which even drives up the project even higher. And when you get into those stadium projects and those high-end residential apartments, that takes a project that's already in the millions and expands that even higher, and the client doesn't want that. So if robots provide a solution and AI provides a solution that minimizes the role of the architect, the engineer, the contractor, and they can just all digitize it and let the robots do it for free, basically, their profit margins are so good, they don't even want to consider how the architect can make everything around it bigger, better. All they care about is the money most of the time. But people forget the role of the architect is not always to just get buildings out there. They really articulate the spatial qualities, how people are going to react. And sometimes even the architects themselves forget this. They forget that the whole point of architecture is for humans to stay in touch with each other and with nature, not for these mass skyscrapers to take up the skyline and all the stars at night, but it's more for humans to stay in touch with themselves and with those qualities on Earth that we're kind of losing right now. This has been a little bit of a rough video of how to take some cuts for cars and some just obnoxious noises, but I really think I just had to speak what was on my mind in terms of architecture. I've been thinking about it a lot after watching some content on it. And also a friend was sending me just an assembly video of a car in a Ford plant. And I was just like, dang, machines can really just whip that out faster than any human assembly line can do. And it just made me think, okay, there's a lot of things architects do that can just be computerized, which begs the question, some of those tasks people don't want to do. And I tried to do them the best I could. And I still enjoyed it, but there's a lot of people that are just like, I don't want to do this work. And a lot of times when people don't want to do something, it either gets done poorly, or they're like, okay, we have to outsource this. And in this case, maybe it's outsourced to the computers, the AI, some other form, so that it eliminates that time, gives them time to put work into other areas. But then that means if you're getting rid of half of the production and giving it to AI, that's going to take away a lot of jobs. So you have to weigh the pros and the cons. Do you want to do the hard things that sometimes may take time, or is there better ways to help your productivity and speed those up? Outsource that. I mean, it's hard because you don't know the impact of sourcing automation to every task. I mean, it might make everything very effective, but in the long term, is it going to be detrimental to not only architecture but society? We'll see. But just make sure, if you love this content and you want to see more, subscribe and like this video. Leave a comment too about how you feel about it. But check out some of my other content. I've been working really hard to try to produce content you like, and maybe if you haven't liked what I put out, leave some feedback in this video and say more content you'd like to have. Thank you very much.